High above the jagged spine of the mountains, a shadow slices through the clouds. 2 meters of muscle, talons like curved knives, eyes sharp enough to spot a hair from a mile away, and a heart that has been beating in some form for millions of years. This is not just a bird. This is a golden eagle, and its story is as old as the wind itself. Imagine stepping back, not decades, not centuries, but tens of millions of years, to a time when the ancestors of modern raptors ruled prehistoric skies. Their bones were lighter than air, but their hunting skills were forged in the crucible of survival. From these ancient aerial predators, the golden eagle emerged, a masterpiece of evolution. Its wings were perfected for speed and endurance, capable of riding thermals for hours without a single beat. Its beak, hooked and razor-sharp, became a natural scalpel for tearing through the toughest hides. And its eyes? 8 times sharper than ours, designed to read the slightest twitch of prey far below. For thousands of years, golden eagles have claimed the title of apex aerial hunters across North America, Europe, and Asia. They are built for extremes, able to dive at over 150 miles per hour, withstand the freezing winds of alpine peaks, and nest on cliffs no predator dares to climb. Yet they are more than just predators. In the ecosystems they rule, they are the balance keepers, ensuring populations of rabbits, marmots, and other prey remain in check. Without them, these landscapes would tip into chaos. Humanity, of course, noticed. Across cultures, golden eagles became symbols of courage, freedom, and divine power. In Central Asia, they were revered as spiritual messengers. In ancient Rome, they adorned military standards, leading armies into battle, and for centuries in Mongolia, skilled hunters forged deep bonds with them, training them to hunt foxes and even wolves, a partnership so rare and powerful that eagle and human became a team. But admiration was a double-edged sword. In medieval Europe, the golden eagle's fearsome reputation made it both a prize and a target. Some saw it as competition for livestock and hunted it relentlessly. In the American West, government bounty programs once encouraged killing them, fueled by ranchers' fears for their sheep. Between 1940 and 1960, thousands were shot, trapped, or poisoned. It took federal protection in the United States to slow the slaughter, though not before populations in some regions had been severely diminished. Even with legal safeguards, the golden eagle's survival is far from guaranteed. Their greatest enemy today is not the rifle. It's the steady erasure of the wild places they need to live. Vast grasslands and mountain ranges that once stretched uninterrupted are now carved up by roads, cities, and industrial projects. Wind farms, while vital for clean energy, have unwittingly become hazardous gauntlets, with turbine blades striking eagles mid-flight. In California's Altamont Pass, one of the world's oldest wind farms, it is estimated that dozens of golden eagles die each year in collisions, a sobering reminder that even good intentions can have deadly consequences. Climate change adds another invisible threat. As temperatures rise and weather patterns shift, prey animals alter their behavior and distribution. Rabbits and hares may breed earlier or move higher up slopes, forcing eagles to adapt their hunting grounds, sometimes beyond the limits of their range. A warming climate also disrupts nesting cycles, with chicks hatching before food is abundant, leading to higher mortality. Then there's the silent killer, lead poisoning. Golden eagles, like many raptors, sometimes feed on carcasses left behind by hunters. If those remains contain lead bullet fragments, the metal enters the eagle's bloodstream, damaging their nervous system and often leading to death. In the western U.S., studies have shown that up to 60% of tested golden eagles have elevated lead levels. Still, in the midst of these challenges, there are glimmers of hope. Conservation programs, such as habitat restoration projects in Scotland and tracking initiatives in North America, are giving researchers the data they need to protect migration corridors and nesting sites. In Mongolia, the tradition of eagle hunting is being preserved in a way that respects the birds' natural life cycles, releasing them back into the wild after years of companionship. And in places like Wyoming, community outreach programs are encouraging hunters to switch to lead-free ammunition, dramatically reducing accidental poisoning. It's easy to admire the golden eagle from afar, a distant silhouette against the sky, a symbol of wild freedom. But when you look closely, you realize their story is also ours. The golden eagle's fate mirrors the choices we've made as a species, how we have reshaped the planet, often without considering the ripple effects. They remind us that even the strongest, most self-reliant creatures are vulnerable to the unintended consequences of human ambition. And yet, there's something enduring about their resilience. Despite centuries of persecution, habitat loss, and shifting climates, golden eagles still soar over mountains, still lock their talons in the air during breathtaking courtship dances, still raise their chicks on ledges that catch the first morning light. Watching one glide effortlessly above a canyon, you can't help but feel that maybe, just maybe, we still have time to get this right. So here's my challenge to you. The next time you see a golden eagle, whether in the wild or even just in a photo, remember the journey it's taken, through ice ages, through the rise and fall of civilizations, through storms both natural and man-made. Remember that this isn't just a bird, it's a living piece of Earth's history, a thread in the fabric of the wild that we can't afford to lose. If this story moved you, don't let it stop here. Learn about the golden eagles in your region. Support wildlife organizations working to protect their habitats. If you hunt, consider switching to non-lead ammunition. And most importantly, share their story. Because awareness is the first step toward change. Let's make sure that centuries from now, someone else can stand in a windswept valley, look up, and see a golden eagle-esque shadow passing overhead. A reminder that some symbols are worth fighting for.